my stuff in the way
No,
from you? Okay.
no, not at all.
All right. I've got a couple things to do with students, but they haven't gotten here yet.
Um, at the end, if you don't mind, if you think of it,
Okay.
um, Anna Gold is over there at the Alumni Association table. You can just mention, hey, if you have a chance, stop by the table because
Okay.
a lot of them do not come to graduation. In fact, the list I have is pretty short, so it's a way to catch them.
So this is what I'm telling the students.
Yes,
Okay.
you know, maybe in your closing remark or some point.
Okay. I can also tell them when we're lining up in the back before we even start marching. I can point her out since they're already
Yes.
back there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Um, and then who's doing the nurse's prayer? Because is Frances going to be
No,
here?
Melissa Sullivan is going to do both.
Okay, so Melissa knows
Mm-hmm.
because they
We
were
practiced
chatting
it
about
yesterday.
Okay.
Yep.
Um, and then what I do is I tell everybody to rise. You have to make sure the slides are on a quarter of, and I just welcome everyone. And I might say, are you talking about pinning at all?
Yes, this is what Lauren typed out for me.
Okay, nursing.
And then I say a little bit about nursing pinning.
Okay, so honor. Okay.
And
All
I'll
right.
talk about the history of it, and then the next part is the credits that they've earned,
Okay.
etc. Just
All
like
right,
she did
so
last year.
I will not say, I'm just going to say this is a very symbolic and special ceremony, and then I will be turning it over to you.
Okay. Yep, she said that after you finish doing your welcome, your part, then I'm supposed to say, and
Yeah.
now we will have a special presentation by our
welcome to this very special occasion, nursing pinning for our pre-licensure RN program. Wow, what an audience. And welcome friends, family, I'm going to say graduate nurses, and our faculty, our terrific faculty. We're so excited that you're here today to celebrate pinning, which is a very special and symbolic ceremony. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Anita Chambers, who has some opening remarks.
Good morning. Welcome, nursing class of 2024. We welcome guests, family, friends, faculty, and community members. Dr. Sandel, college president, and Marilyn Herbert Ashton, Dean of Nursing and Vice President of Institutional Advancement. My name is Anita C. Chambers, clinical manager in the pre-licensure nursing program at VWCC. Welcome. Just to tell you a little bit about our program, we want to let you know that the program today is student-led. It was planned by the nursing club leaders and all of the students. These men and women have sacrificed countless personal hours to serve their peers and their community, to fundraise and plan this event you see now. We want to recognize their efforts and offer a special thank you to each and every one of you, the class of 2024, who is serving here today to ensure this event is meaningful. As you saw just now, the processional of graduates was led by faculty. We led the students into the building. But at the conclusion of this ceremony, the students will lead us out of the building, signifying that there's a crossover from the student being a student to them crossing over to being our nursing peers. So, a little bit about the nursing pinning. It's the tradition of the nursing pin and the ceremonial pinning originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London, England. It has been recently awarded the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless service to the injured and dying in the Crimean War. Florence Nightingale chose to extend this honor to her most outstanding nursing graduates for presenting each of them with a medal or pin for excellence. So a little bit about the nursing pinning itself. The purpose of the pinning ceremony is to honor the accomplishment of the nurse graduate and all those who contributed to the process of creating a new nurse. It symbolizes the transition of the student nurse into the nursing profession. The actual pin that is received today was designed by the Virginia Western Community College nursing students over 10 years ago, and each pin and sash received today was gifted to the class by the former class of 2023, fulfilling a long tradition of one class serving and contributing to the success of another. So, what has these graduates done to this point to earn this pin? They have not only completed the nursing program itself, they have completed 65 credits of study, 11 nursing courses, 8 general ed courses, 535 clinical hours, numerous examinations, and have answered at least between 10,000 and 15,000 NCLEX style questions. I just want that to sink in. You know, it really is extraordinary when you look back over the past 2 years and realize that all you all have accomplished. So how did they do it? With patience, with resilience, with much support from their family and their friends and their coworkers. We want to thank you for being the cheerleader and supporting their long journey. The pinning ceremony celebrates you too. Many of you will actually pin your graduates in a gesture that symbolizes the joint effort that it took to complete this journey. Thank you to our college donors whose financial support and scholarship funds make nursing school possible for so many of our students. Last but not least, the nursing faculty. A team of wonderful individuals who work tirelessly to teach, remediate, and evaluate nursing students that they may succeed. Their work is never done, mostly because of us. Nursing school also never ends. Thank you for encouraging them and shaping the next generation of nurses. You guys simply are the very best. Now, if you would take out your program, and if you look to the left of your program, you will see the outline for today's program. And I will now turn over the podium to the Nursing Club President, Ms. Madeline Nick.
Faculty, friends, family, the nursing class of 2024, welcome. We never thought that this day would come. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Madeline, and I had the joy and honor of being the nursing club president. I have thought about what I wanted to say that is inspirational and a light to everyone for quite a while now. But nothing is more inspirational than every single one of my classmates today. You all throughout the past 2 years have done so much more than you know. We first began by learning vitals and assessments, how to take nursing exams, which, by the way, all had more than one answer, but somehow one answer was more right than the rest. We went through our skills lab, where we learned wound care, how to start IVs, and so much more. We now have a solid foundation of skills underneath our tool belt. Then we moved on to med-surg clinicals, where we learned to care for those who are sick and hurting. We had our OB clinical, where many of us got to witness a baby being born. We got to go to our long-term care clinicals at the nursing home, where we took care of those who are nearing the end of their life. We went to Peds Clinical, where we cared for children who are small humans but have a beautiful strength to fight through illness and injury. During our clinical experiences, we cared for people who are filled with joy, anger, worry, and despair. And when you are in nursing, you experience every emotion in human life, and you experience every corner of humanity, in sickness and in health. And that is what is so beautiful about nursing. You provided not only patient care, but offered compassion, support, and a kind and safe presence for patients to be in. We then later moved on to becoming second-year nursing students, where we were in clinicals more than we were in class. And we really learned what it was like to work 12-hour shifts, boots on the ground. We still had the pressure of classes, but we really started to get the feel of how we studied at this point, and we were pretty much used to how nursing tests worked, sort of. This is where we all really began to turn into what we will soon be as nurses. Now, as we pass through our final semester, which really seemed to fly by, we all have a solid foundation of nursing skills, and we all have experiences in clinicals we will always cherish. Throughout these past 2 years, you also learned to sacrifice time with your family, time with friends, and time for yourself. I would like to say a shout out to those of my classmates with children who kept a steady balance between their school life and caring for their children. You undoubtedly are looked up to by your young, and I have no doubt that they look up to you as a strong and courageous human for whom they get to call you mother or father. As a nursing student 2 years ago versus now, I am no longer the same person I was. The same goes for all of my classmates as well. You aren't afraid of the unknown of classes anymore, or if you will pass nursing school at all. You now have mastered it. And today, we shed our skins of being nursing students and show that we are ready to venture into the workforce as nurses. You all are coming out of this nursing program a light to many of those around you, and you will continue to be a beam of light to those in darkness. These past 2 years have been quite a journey for all of us. We began with not knowing a thing about each other, and we had no idea what we had gotten ourselves into. But now, we have made some of our closest friends and have built a strength through each other. I hope all of you know that you are a light to everyone around you. You completed nursing school, and that is huge. That is not something small, and you should feel so proud of yourself. As I end this speech, I would like to say a huge thanks to the nursing faculty here at Virginia Western. Thank you for giving us a solid foundation of skills from which we can further build upon. Thank you for the outpouring of love, kindness, and support. I have never truly quite experienced a program where the faculty are undoubtedly invested in our success and worked endlessly to get us to where we are today. I also would like to give a special thanks to our fearless leader, Kathy Smith. She was not able to join us today, but this strong, courageous, and kind woman was our teacher for first year. But then she graciously stepped in as the program head last fall, and she has done a wonderful job. Kathy, you have been a strong pillar for all of us to stand, and we really could have never made it through nursing school without you. So a big thank you to you and me from the nursing class of 2024. As my last little note to my class before I end this speech, I just wanted to say, you all did that. You made it through nursing school. I am so proud of each one of you, and I am absolutely honored I got to be the class president for you all. And I have no doubt in my mind that you all will be wonderful nurses. Thank you. Next on the pamphlet you all have is our keynote speaker, Mr. Brandon Jones.
Before Brandon comes forward, could we have the presentation by Kathy Smith? That's a dedication and surprise to the graduates.
Welcome. Hello, graduating class. Welcome to families, friends who have come today to honor these students who've just finished their nursing program. What a joyous day, what an exciting day. It's even exciting, just as exciting for the faculty that are here to watch these students graduate. So students, I want you to take a journey with me. We're going to reflect back on a few years and just see if we remember some critical events that that occurred together. All right, so think back in, would it have been 22 or 21 when you all sat in your information session or your orientation session to come to nursing school. All the excitement, the anxiety, and then you heard about all the paperwork and your eyes got bigger and bigger and you was like, wow, what have I got myself into? Then that first day of orientation to the class, to Nursing 100. We'll just talk about Nursing 100. Think about the syllabus and the review and everything that we talked about that you'll needed to do over the next 2 years. You made it. You made it through those 2 years. You worked hard, you strived, you accomplished, and look where you are today. You're sitting here getting ready to get your nursing pin for finishing the program. Wow, what an accomplishment. Very happy for all you guys. All the faculty that are sitting up here are very happy of what you've accomplished. We've been with you on this journey. So as we reflect back, I want you to think of some of the sayings that we had in the nursing program. One of them was mag drag, right? Remember mag drag? We don't want to drag, we want to keep going, right? The other things that we talked about was desired over have times supply. That will take you anywhere you want to go. Remember that statement? That will take you anywhere you want to go. Of course, for those of you in the audience may not understand that, that's a formula we use for dosage calc and math. The other thing we always said is have a backup plan to your backup plan because you never know what's going to happen. All right, so those little sayings, let's kind of talk about those for a second to see how they apply to us. Think about all the tests that you've had. Think about all the questions you've reviewed. Think about all the prep you questions you've had. Think about all the one-on-one sessions you've had with your faculty in the offices. Think about all the stress you've had, the clinical paperwork, everything that we have done over those years. Those have helped you to achieve where you are today. That journey, it's a journey. Nursing school is a journey. It's a very hard journey. As you all continue on this journey, you're not finished. Desire to have time supply will take you anywhere you want to go. You have a career facing you that can take you in many different directions. Some of you may continue to work in a hospital setting. Some of you may stay in healthcare. Some of you may branch out in other areas. Some of you may go to outpatient areas. Within the hospital, many different specialties. There's so much ahead of you. Your journey is just beginning with your career. As we look at this, think about your next journey. Your next journey is going to be your orientation to wherever you're going to be employed. You're going on a journey there. You're going on training there. You're going on education there. Some of you who go in specialty areas will have additional training. Some of you will take certification tests. Some of you will go on and get your bachelor's. Some of you will go on and get your master's. Some of you may even get your DNP or your PhD in nursing. So your journey has not stopped. It's still going. And I want you to realize that your nursing faculty sitting up here will be on that journey with you. Anytime you ever have any questions, concerns, you know you can call us as your advisors still, and we'll give you an opinion or some thoughts to think about. So your journey is just continuing. Now, one other area I want you to think about is that first day you were in clinical in the hospital setting. So for most of you, it was January of 23 was your first time going into a hospital setting. Think about how nervous you were with that clinical instructor, the first time you went in and did some procedures with your clinical instructor. So as you all are on your journey, think about the next generation of nursing students that are starting their journey in nursing school. So when you see these new students coming on the floor, coming to your area that you work in, remember how you felt that day. Remember your first clinical experience and take the time to help that student, because you, graduates, you are the next generation of nurses. You are the ones that will be teaching and training all the next nurses that come along. So please don't take that lightly. As these students come to you on your clinical units, take the time to think back about how you felt and what you can do to help those students be successful. It's an important step. It's an important thing for you all, right? So remember your first day as we continue. And I hope at some day, at some point in time, you all will finish your bachelor's and want to be a clinical nursing instructor. You will want to be there with students to help that next generation of nurses. Some of you may say, hey, I want to be a nursing instructor. I want to be a faculty. And if that's your choice, go for it. Go finish that master's degree and come back and teach that next generation of nurses that we're going to need out there in our healthcare industry. So as some closing remarks, yes, the majority of your journey's over, but there's still many more opportunities for you. The biggest test that you're going to take will be this summer. And when you take that test, follow the advice of your NCLEX coaches. Your faculty that are here that are going to be your NCLEX coaches this summer, listen to them. Work with them. They will help you, all right? This is the way. This is the way nursing school is. This is the way to be successful. So use your coaches, listen to their advice, and I'm sure you guys will have a great career. I'm sorry that I'm not here today with you. I will miss you all. Every time a class graduates, I always get emotional because you're like our little chickadees going out into the world. And it is emotional for most of the faculty up here when you graduate. So good luck. God bless. Thank you.
Graduating class of 2024, as you sit here today on the culmination of your extraordinary journey through nursing school, I'm going to ask you, just like we've done a few times already, to take just a brief moment to reflect. And anyone who was with me during clinicals knows how much I enjoy reflecting. Take a moment to think back about your very first day in nursing school. Do you remember how you felt? Perhaps excited, uncertain, a little afraid? Now, think how far you've come. Think about the skills and knowledge that you've gained in the last 2 years. Think about the relationships that you have built. Think about the lives that you have impacted as a nursing student during clinicals. Now, let's do a little imagining. Imagine with me a world where safe, high-quality, compassionate, connected care is the very foundation of healthcare. Envision a world where every single patient that you have been entrusted to care for as a registered nurse receives safe, high-quality, compassionate care and feels safe, feels seen, feels heard, and feels valued as the unique human being they are. Picture a world where your impact extends far beyond the lives of your patients and reaches into the hearts of their families and into the very communities that you serve. In the moments that follow, I'm going to give you some actionable steps to transform this vision into a reality. For the very first patient that you care for as a registered nurse, and for every single patient thereafter. My name is Brandon Jones, and aside from serving as an adjunct clinical faculty at Virginia Western, I help to lead our patient experience work for Carilion Clinic. Past board member and past president for the Virginia Board of Nursing, and currently still serve with the board. But today, I stand before you as a future colleague. And I want to take this opportunity to share what's on my heart for each of you, the graduating nursing class of 2024, as you enter into this incredible profession called nursing. Now, I have no doubt that many, if not all of you, have likely heard the phrase, patients first, before. It's a concept that we frequently encounter in healthcare and as nurses. It's this idea of prioritizing our patients above all else, and unfortunately, that includes ourselves. And while I believe that I fundamentally understand what people are trying to say when they use the words patients first, healthcare, and specifically we as nurses, must stop talking about putting patients first and embrace a more profound approach, a better approach, the right approach, which is placing patients at the very center of our work. Patient-centered care, where the patient is at the center of every discussion, every decision, every strategy, every single thing that we do. And while often used interchangeable, patients first and patient-centered, these two concepts are not interchangeable at all, and are in fact two completely different things. Listen, in healthcare and as nurses, we should seek to be more patient-centered, because in order to truly put the patients at the center of your work, you must put yourself first, period. Think about it. You're going to be coming to work for 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 hours a day. Now, please, do not work 16-hour shifts, all right? That's a soapbox for another talk. But anyway, you're going to be coming to work. You're going to be dedicating countless hours to caring for others, literally pouring yourself out into other human beings. And if you are empty, you can't pour out into anyone else. You can't give that which you do not have. If you are empty, there is nothing else to give. Let me use a little example. For anyone that knows me knows that I love Diet Coke. I had to settle for a little bottle of water today, but Love some Diet Coke, always have Diet Coke with me. So if I were fortunate enough today to have a cup of Diet Coke with me, but I had drank it all and unfortunately that cup were empty. If I were to try to pick that empty cup up and pour some Diet Coke out of it, nothing would come out, right? That didn't make any sense. We're the same way. If you are empty, you have nothing else to give. So today, I want to give you a few walkaways. And these aren't just takeaways you just kind of put in the back of your mind and move on with life. These are walkaways, actionable things that you can do on day one as an RN and every single day thereafter. Walkaway number one, take care of yourself. Today, decide on how you're going to refresh, refuel, and recharge. Do not allow the sun to set on this beautiful day without creating an actionable plan. Listen, I am literally imploring you to do that. Literally imploring you to create an actionable plan for how you are going to care for yourself. Because yes, listen, you are heroes, and the work that you do is heroic. Nurses were heroes before the emergence of COVID. They were heroes during the height of the pandemic and will continue to be heroes long after. However, just like my shirt says, you're also human. You're also human, and you're human first. Just like the patients you care for, you will be experiencing moments of joy and sorrow and happiness and sadness and exhaustion and doubt. As you navigate the complexities of caring for other human beings, take care of yourself. And this is takeaway number one, because unfortunately we are witnessing a very scary thing happening in healthcare today, where we have nurses who are not only leaving the bedside, not only leaving their teams, not only leaving the hospitals, they are leaving the profession altogether. And the fact is, we need you. We need you. And more importantly, the patients that you will serve need you. The communities that you will serve need you. Listen, yes, the work that you do matters, but more importantly than that, you matter. The unique talents and abilities and skills and compassion that you bring are irreplaceable. I have witnessed many of those with my own eyes. We need you. So before you set foot in the workplace as a registered nurse, you get a plan of care for yourself together to refuel, recharge, and refresh so that you can show up every single day ready to care for our communities. And class of 2024, you seek out a workplace, a leader, a team that places your well-being first and the patient at the center of the work that you do, and do not settle for anything less. A vital aspect of maintaining your well-being and remaining focused amidst the challenges of nursing lies in continually reminding yourself of your purpose. A moment-by-moment focus. Hey, it's all too easy to become consumed by the tasks at hand because your days will be filled with endless, countless tasks. Some enjoyable, some not so much. Today, I want to challenge you to resist the temptation to become solely task-focused, which leads me to walkaway number two, focus on your purpose. Focus on your purpose. Make your purpose the guiding light, the North Star behind every single thing that you do. Yes, there will be moments when you're helping patients with basic tasks. Maybe you're helping putting patients on and off of bedpans all day long. That is the task. And while those tasks may seem mundane, behind every single one of those tasks lies a purpose of improving the health of the communities that we serve. As nurses, too often we can seek to find fulfillment in our tasks, and we sadly become surprised when we're no longer finding fulfillment in our work. But I'll tell you today that true fulfillment is found through embracing your purpose. And embracing a purpose-driven mentality, moment by moment, reminding yourself of why you're doing the work that you do. So now the question is, do you have a purpose? Do you know what your purpose is? I have one final assignment for each of you. Underneath of all of your chairs is a note card and a piece of paper. At the top of that note card is the word why. And your assignment is, maybe not today, because I'm sure today will be hectic, but in the coming days, I want to challenge you to really think about why you're choosing nursing. Why are you going into this incredible profession that we call nursing? And then write it down. Write it down on that note card and carry it with you. And this walk away is going to come with a challenge. When you get to your new job, for the first 2 weeks, before you clock in, before you put your badge on, you pull that note card out. You read it, and you reconnect, you recenter yourself on your purpose. When you do that, I guarantee you that it will change your perspective on the work. I want to encourage you to recenter yourself frequently on your purpose, even in the midst of your work. Some of you are going into some work areas where maybe you need to pull it out at lunchtime. Some of you, I know, are going into work areas about 30 minutes into your shift. You're going to need to pull that thing out and say, why am I doing this? Do it. Keep that card with you. Keep it with you. Keep your purpose close to you, because there will come a day when you're sitting in your car, either before or after your shift. Some of you may be crying, and you may say, why am I doing this every single day? In that moment, you pull that card out. You remind yourself and you refocus yourself on your purpose. Allow me to leave you with one final thought, or a plea, really. I want to implore you to include compassion as an integral part of your purpose. Include compassion as an integral part of every single thing that you do, because the truth is that compassion is not merely a nice-to-have attribute or just something that we give when time allows. It is inextricably woven into the very fabric of the healing work that we as nurses do, because the compassion that you provide to another human being is powerful. It is powerful. It is immeasurably powerful, but the really cool thing is that it's also measurably powerful. There is an existing body of literature and a growing body of evidence that shows the enormously positively powerful impact that human compassion has on patient outcomes. Things like patient adherence to medication regimens, things like patient adherence to treatment protocols. Your compassion is powerful. But the really, really cool part is that compassion is not only powerful for the recipient of that compassion, it's also powerful for you as the giver of that compassion. What the evidence shows us is that when we as human beings pour ourselves out into other human beings, there's this reciprocal effect whereby we are filled. It is filling to pour yourself out into other people. Listen, some people will tell you that in order to refresh and refuel and recharge, you got to disconnect from the hospital. You got to get away from the bedside. And while undoubtedly that is a crucial part, it is not the only answer. Compassion itself can also be a source of rejuvenation. In the past decade, we have witnessed tremendous advancements in healthcare, incredible things that are occurring. Extraordinary progress in healthcare in the last year alone. But I'm going to leave you with this thought. Despite all of those advancements in healthcare, compassion is able to heal the places that medicine can't touch. Give compassion freely. And that's walkaway number 3. Class of 2024, you're not going to find anything I just spoke about in a policy or procedure. You're not going to find it in any laws or regulations, so why bother? Here's why you should bother. Because not every day is going to offer you the opportunity to save someone's life. And let's be honest, you have chosen a profession where you will likely have many opportunities to pinpoint how your actions have saved someone's life. And those are amazing days, but not every day is going to give you that opportunity. However, every single day and every single interaction that you have with those that you will be serving will offer the opportunity to impact someone's life. And in the midst of this profession, I can tell you with full assurance that as a nurse, you will impact lives in ways that you will never, ever understand. So, embrace the power of being patient-centered and prioritizing yourself. Remain steadfast in your purpose and let compassion guide everything you do. I today am proud and I am jazzed to call each of you a future colleague. And together, let us shape a world where safe, high-quality, compassionate, connected care prevails and where each patient you touch knows they are cared and valued. Congratulations, and welcome to the most important work that you will do.
Good morning. Hi. First thing I'd like you to do is go ahead and get that TTE out. You're over that joke, right? Good morning, everybody. Dear family, friends, and colleagues, my name is Darla Summers, and I want to thank each of you for being here today on this big accomplishment of this wonderful group of chickadees that we have over here. I like it. It is likely that these graduates put you last, but you put them first while they feverishly worked on their RN degree. I imagine there were late nights, kid events that were missed, friendships that were put on hold, promises that were broken, and lots of sleepless nights as they studied for their next test or completed their next Kaplan or those countless Prep U masteries. Because of your support and your own sacrifices, you will soon have a future RN in the family. And so we thank you, and I know they do too. Today is a celebration of their dedication, persistence, resilience, and the accumulation of years of hard work. What an accomplishment it is to be sitting in this very seat they are sitting in today. They earned this. No one gave them this. They earned it. Nursing graduates, as you reflect on the past however many years it took you to get here, I encourage you to remember the heart of our profession, to see beyond the illness and embrace the humanity of every patient who crosses your path. Be kind, compassionate, and seek to understand even when it's hard. As you will encounter situations that will not be in a textbook, it won't be in a Kaplan review or in a Prep U mastery. There will be encounters where the very soul of nursing supersedes any type of test question. And there will be times where this profession will humble you to your core. I urge you to be non-judgmental, as it is often hard to put ourselves in someone else's shoes, and we really never know what someone else is going through. Give grace, push the envelope, don't settle, and be passionate about what you are doing for others. And remember, as you introduce yourself to your patients as their nurse for the day, remember that your actions will hold a lot of power. You will be responsible for their care and play a critical role in their overall clinical outcome and how you made them feel. Don't forget that. Be that nurse that everyone wants to have. Be that nurse that you want to have. Congratulations, class of 2024. You did it, and we are so proud of you.
Calm down, Ivan. Good morning, and I am so honored today to be presenting the Spirit of Nursing and the Compassion Awards for this year. The Spirit of Nursing Award and the Compassion Award, the process is we recognize a senior nursing student in the nursing program at Virginia Western. Any faculty can nominate a student. The nominations are then reviewed by the faculty, and one winner is chosen. The award recognizes a student who is gifted in the balance of art and science of nursing. The student has successfully assumed the role of nurse through characteristics of skill, compassion, dedication, and ideals of the nursing profession. The student may excel at interpersonal skills through effective communication, collaboration, and teamwork. A number of students were named this year. That pretty much tells you how special this class is when we have so many people being nominated. But this year's winner displayed excellent didactic outcomes throughout their nursing career, student career, by asking insightful questions and sharing knowledge that was learned. They are not afraid to challenge the status quo. The student combines emotional and technical intelligence in the delivery of care. This helped them remain calm and collaborative in tense situations. They are a role model for other students, often volunteering their time to help other students in study groups and sharing knowledge. They also served as a role model as an adult learner with the ability to balance home and school life so well. They use their interprofessional skills and compassion to serve others, and this will serve them well in the profession of nursing. I'm guessing y'all want to know who it is? Oh, okay. So on behalf of the nursing faculty of Virginia Western, I proudly present to you the winner of this year's award, the Spirit of Nursing, to Erica Bain. Erica, please come up.
You want to get your picture? Get your picture with her.
All right, next we have the Compassion Award. This award recognizes a student who demonstrates compassion through empathy, active listening, and provides patients with the comfort of support through their actions. The student demonstrates a sympathetic awareness of desire to want to alleviate pain or suffering. Students may excel at providing emotional support, being empathetic, advocating for resources, and maintains positivity through their actions, voice, and body language. The student has high emotional intelligence, has cultural awareness, and maintains personal resilience. Also, a special thanks to our own Ms. Summers, who helped develop this award. The runner-up this year for the Compassion Award has received multiple compliments from instructors, preceptors, families who they cared for. Clinical sites and unit managers have given praise to them, and her patients wanted to make sure that her compassion does not go unrecognized. This year's runner-up is Heidi Estep. Heidi, please come on up. And finally, this year's winner of the Compassion Award has multiple instructors praise them on their efforts in the classroom, especially in the clinical setting. Phrases used to describe them include the calm before any storm. There is a positivity that is unmatched. This student possesses an amazing ability to instill trust and peace in their patients. They have a blend of competence and humanity. I really don't have the time or the energy to stand up here and share with you all the positives that from clinical instructors, unit managers, preceptors, peers, and especially his patients and their families. So without further ado, the winner for the Compassion Award is none other than the patient whisperer himself, Mr. Felix Ancona. Please come up, Felix.
Good job. Congratulations to all the winners. And now the moment we've probably all been waiting for and holding our breath for. We will begin the pinning of the graduates. If I could please have row one of students to please stand. And row one of family to please stand and come to the stage. Graduate Felix Ahencor will be pinned by Gladys Conto and family. Graduate Erica Bain will be pinned by Charles Bain and family. Graduate Jennifer Barnett will be pinned by Megan Wood and family. Graduate Ivan Bates will be pinned by Stephanie Bates and family. Graduate Amanda Boland will be pinned by Casey Boland and family. Graduate Anne Marie Booth will be pinned by Easton Penland and family. Graduate Taylor Bradford will be pinned by Daniel Bradford and family. Graduate Annabelle Brown will be penned by David L. Brown III and family. Jennifer Correa will be penned by Josie Correa and family. Graduate Emily Crow will be penned by Abigail Crow. Graduate Lindsay Davis will be penned by Avery Davis and family. Graduate Heidi Estep will be penned by Carl Estep and family. Graduate Lindsay Gallagher will be penned by Kevin Gallagher and family. Graduate Jennifer Garrett will be penned by Caitlin Reed and family. Graduate Sharice Gore will be penned by Alexandria Carroll. Will row 2 of graduates please stand? Will row 2 of graduate families please stand? And will you both head to the podium? Graduate Destiny Griffin, penned by Daniel Chaddock. Graduate Tiffany Greenway will be penned by Amber Greenway and family. Graduate Kaylee Henderson will be penned by David Henderson and family. Graduate Stephanie Henson will be penned by Chloe Willard and family. Graduate Alicia Hibbs will be penned by Robbie Hibbs and family. Graduate Leanna Janey will be penned by Shalina Dooley. Graduate Madeline Nick will be penned by Bryce Nick. Graduate Megan Landry will be penned by Nico Landry. Graduate Maya Lark will be penned by Brandon Smith and family. Graduate Jade Lewis will be penned by T. Jordan and family. Graduate Jared Lim will be penned by Elizabeth Nicole Berg. Graduate Jessica McLeese will be penned by Gabriella Andrews and family. Taylor McPherson will be penned by Richard McPherson and family. Graduate Braden Meadows will be penned by Mike Meadows and family. Graduate Ashley Mion will be penned by Ava Mion and family. Will the third and fourth row of students please stand? And will the third row and fourth row of family please stand? And everyone come to the stage. Graduate Emily Mize, penned by Ryan Mize and family. Graduate Daniel Murphy will be penned by Nicole Pruitt. Graduate Megan Peterson will be penned by Colton Peterson. Graduate Courtney Purdue will be penned by Logan Purdue and family. Graduate Corey Potter will be penned by Rhonda Potter and family. Graduate Nicole Pruitt will be penned by Wayne Shively and family. Graduate Selena Sherkowski will be penned by Stephanie Boboige. Graduate Caroline Shockey will be penned by Ryan Shockey and family. Graduate Courtney Sigmund will be penned by Matt Sigmund and family. Graduate Logan Scoff will be penned by Denny Scoff. Graduate Hannah Stewart will be penned by Dee Stewart and family. Graduate Ebony Thompson will be penned by Monique Thompson. Graduate Rachel Torian will be penned by Mandy Torian and family. Graduate Stephanie Villarreal Gomez will be penned by Dr. Bosco Theodore Dio and family. Graduate Caroline Walker will be penned by Mark Walker. Graduate Gracie Walker will be penned by Teresa Walker. Graduate Emily Wilson will be penned by Paula Wilson and family. And last but not least, graduate Michelle Wood, penned by Jeff Wood. If everyone will give a hand to our graduates receiving their pins. For the next part of our ceremony, we will have the students, as they're returning to their seats, to stand with their lamps in their hand, and they will have the lights to their lamps turned on. The lamp was an example or symbol of what Florence Nightingale used to check on her patients. Many times she moved at night. Many times she did her best work at night. May the light of these lamps remind you all that even in the darkest of times, you are the shining light for patients that are in their darkest times. If you would please stand and face the audience. We will now have our nurse pledge and prayer by Melissa Sullivan.
Graduates, if you will recite this with me as well. I solemnly pledge myself before my peers and in the presence of this assembly to practice my professional faithfully and to be the best of my ability. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession and will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and my family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty will I endeavor to aid the healthcare team in their work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. Graduates, can you please turn around? And if everybody will please bow their head while I recite the nurse's prayer. Let me dedicate my life today to the care of those who come my way. Let me touch each one with a healing hand and the gentle art for which I stand. And then tonight, when day is done, oh, let me rest in peace if I helped just one.
Graduates, if you would place your lamps, turn your lights off, and place your lamps under your chair. And if you would once again turn to the audience. To all those that are attending today, I would like to present to you the graduating class of Virginia Western Community College Pre-Licensure Nursing Program, class of 2024. If we could have the music cued.
Welcome. Hello. Hello, graduating.